Welcome to Henry's Chatterbox, episode 12 or 13. This is, I think we're on episode 13. 13. Oh, gosh. Replies and recap from last week. Last week, just a quick recap. We talked about how travel was changed. Went from walking, horses flying, all kind of changing in travel. Today's topic is about the clothes we wear, how it was and how it is. Before we get started on that, let's go to Randy for some advertising.
All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to cover Henry's Books Get Trivia, which you can buy at www.amazon.com/author/Henry Burner. It's great for family game night, or, if you're college age, it's great for those wild card college party dorm parties. So don't forget to buy it at www.amazon.com/author/Henry Burner. Next, we have mine, which is Stoner's Nation, which is on Spotify and Iheartradio as a podcast. And that's all the advertisements we have for today. And also, Stoner Nation will soon be on Rumble and YouTube and Locals, as well as everything else.
You done? Okay. And I forgot to read the whole introduction. Welcome to Henry's Chatterbox. Today is what is today? January 23rd, 2026, and this is episode 13. Henry's Chatterbox comes to you from an outside building in my side yard in Newport Richey, Florida. We talk about life topics. We do not talk about politics. We are not professionals. Anything we say is just good conversation, and maybe our opinions, but we're not professionals. We try to keep it clean with good, wholesome chats. We discuss a specific topic every episode. My name is Henry Burner, and with me today is James. Do you want to say anything? Jimbo. That was Jimbo said hi. Jimbo's my roommate. His name is James. We call him Jimbo. And of course, Randy. You're not going to do your hand wave this time. Yeah, you missed the whole camera. I didn't. There, that was Randy waving at you. He's the one that does all the technical stuff. We get in arguments about it all the time because I don't understand. Anyway, here we go. Today's topic is what is today's topic? Clothes that we used to wear and what we wear now. Bell bottoms. I had bell bottoms. Jimbo, if you had any unusual clothes, you can share thoughts with us.
No, all my clothes had holes in them. Now you pay big money for them.
I know it.
That's something else these days.
Yeah, they just said. I remember that your pants would have holes in them, and we cut them off and make cutoffs out of them. But I think the first time I saw a pair in the store with the holes, I said, "My gosh, these pants have holes in them."
And they're not cheap; they're expensive.
They are expensive.
Well, I'm wearing a pair of pants with holes in them that look like they were designer made because I'm wearing the holes in place. That literally cost me $20 at Walmart, and just a little bit of wear and tear.
Yep, there you go. I read
$120 pair of pants for $20.
Well, let me ask y'all this, and I saw this on the news one time. There are some people that they never put their jeans in the washing machine. They take a shower with their jeans on, and that's how they clean them. I saw that on the news.
Actually, I got an interesting story about jeans, about people not washing their pants.
Let it roll.
There was actually, I didn't know this, and I actually looked into it. There's actually a middle school student that he went to a school in New York, science school, one of those preppy little science schools where they encourage you to go to extreme lengths of their experiments. He took a pair of blue denim pants and wore them. First, he did it 1 year for 30 days. Didn't take them off, didn't wash them, didn't do nothing with them. Oh, well, he took them off to take a shower, but he didn't wash them. But he tested them before he put them on when they were brand new.
Yeah.
And tested them afterwards. The bacterial and viral levels and the dirt that was in them was equivalent to as if they were brand new fresh water.
Oh, really?
He did it a year later with the brand new pair of pants and did them for a whole year, and it came out to be the exact same. Turns out that denim's height is actually one of the cleanest materials that we will ever find.
Yeah, the engines do seem to keep themselves good. I know I used to love my jeans, not so much now that I'm older. Bell-bottom pants. Jimbo, did you ever have bell-bottom pants?
No.
You didn't? You wasn't nothing then, did you?
Those big pants that were skinny all the way down until you got to the knee, and then it went out like that.
I couldn't stand
They were phasing out when I was a kid. All right, they were leaving in the late 90s when I was like.
When I was a kid, I just wouldn't wear them. I refused.
I'm saying, but they were phasing out for a while when I was growing up.
I think it was probably
came back.
the 70s when
70s and 80s.
And I loved my bell bottoms. I loved them. In addition to bell bottoms, peg pants. Do y'all remember peg pants?
What's that?
You don't know what that is?
No.
Do you, Randy, know what? Peg pants is where they would fold over the bottom and sew it, where it was a tight fit around the bottom of your leg before your feet. They went and they. Looking back on it, they look kind of silly, but back at the time, everybody would peg their pants, for some reason. Now, I know y'all remember this. The mini skirt.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when the mini skirts come out? I know there was a big thing in school. Faculty was upset. The mini skirt is ridiculous. I remember many teachers said that a woman's skirt should be at least 1 inch below the knee, preferably 2 inches below the knee. And boy, that if that wouldn't hold today too good for anyone. 1 inch below. High heels. Have either of y'all worn high heels?
I think the Fifth Amendment. We're not going to discuss. We're not going to discuss that bet. We're not going to discuss that bet. No, we're not discussing that bet. We are not going down that route. No, and there are pictures, and I deny every single last one of them.
Okay, Jimbo, what about you? Yeah, a lot of kids.
I know nothing about high heels.
You know nothing about high heels. I don't know how women walk in those things.
I know they hurt.
I imagine so.
I've been hit by many of them.
Oh yeah, they made someone mad and they put high heel marks all over you. Well, the high heels. A lot of kids, when the opportunity presented itself, they would sneak into their mom's room and try to walk in the high heels. But not me. I mean, they're hard to walk in.
I remember my sister doing that.
Carol Ann had high heels.
Would wear my mom.
Oh, would wear your mom?
My mom didn't have high heels. They were.
Yeah, I don't know, and I know a lot of women that told me they never wore them. Said they couldn't wear them either. They were terrible. A big thing teachers would tell you: tuck your shirt in, Henry. Tuck your shirt in. It was. I guess it was considered at that time not good. Now, I don't tuck my shirt in now, but it kind of helps disguise the fact that you're overweight if you leave your shirt out. If I tuck my shirt in, doesn't create a very good picture. So I don't tuck my shirt in.
I used to tuck my shirt in all the time.
You tuck your shirt in?
I used to.
Yeah.
I don't anymore.
Oh, really? I know a lot of times if you go in a courthouse, the bailiff would tell you tuck your shirt in.
Not anymore.
Well, A friend of mine, he went to court, and I went with him, and he was not, he wasn't happy to be there, and he didn't dress real nice, and they told him, said, you tuck that shirt in, and he did. But that's been a few years ago.
Yeah, I was in court in January. He told me I didn't have to worry about it.
Oh yeah. Two-piece bathing suits.
Wasn't there a day when women wore like full outfits and men wore a one piece?
I kind of barely remember that, but there was some woman had a song out about another woman. She said in the song, part of the words were, "You wear more in swim, or I wear more in swimming than you wear to parties where you go." And women, their bathing suit had a lot more, covered a lot more than what they do now. Um, I do not own a suit now. When I was a child growing up, we had to have church clothes that we wore just on Sunday to church. Did you have a suit growing up?
Not growing up, but later in life I did.
Yeah. Do
Nope.
nope. I don't own a suit now, and I have no desire to own one. If I ever have to go anywhere where I need a suit, I'll get one at that time. But I can't see me ever. I can remember when something would come up that, like a funeral or something, everyone would be on the phone calling each other. What are your kids wearing? I'm not sure what to have the kids wear. What should we wear? What should we wear? Wear something, I guess. Does it really matter? But yeah, um, jeans. Uh, some people say don't ever wear jeans, but I've seen nice jeans. I've seen people dress nice and they had on jeans. So I don't know. What do y'all think of these people? And oh my gosh, I don't get a kick out of it. I wearing their jeans half down. What about you, Randy? What do you think of that?
Well, they want to advertise. I always ask them how much.
Oh my god. I don't like it, but I do try to hold that attitude, to each his own. But oh my gosh, I just want to tell them, pull your pants up, pull your pants up. Um, Now here's another thing. I buy cheap sunglasses. When I put on a pair of sunglasses, it's because I want to keep the sun out of my eyes. I don't put on sunglasses to decorate my body, but there seems to be a lot of that. I've seen people pay. I'd pay $1 for a pair of sunglasses, and the person next to me would buy a $30 pair of sunglasses because they looked better. I but to each his own. You want to spend a lot of money. No jewelry for me. I can't wear jewelry. If I put a wristwatch on, I'm constantly flopping my hand around. I can't make it stay still because I just I'm not a jewelry person. You have jewelry on?
No.
Do you,
Yeah.
Rand? You do? Oh yeah.
I still gotta go down and pick up another one.
Oh really? I can't wear it, and it's okay. But I
I
just
can wear it, I just can't afford it.
oh you can wear it, but you can't afford. Well, they have cheap jewelry, but I don't. I don't want. I don't like jewelry at all. Um, let's. Y'all got anything else you can add to the clothes we used to wear? Oh, there's something on the back of this. Oh, here's some interesting beehives. People dress to go get honey from the beehives. Identify employees. That's the reason people dress a certain way. You go in a restaurant and there's a waitress, and they have certain wardrobe or certain clothing they wear, so you can identify them. You go in a hospital, and a lot of times different positions. I don't know if they do it now or not, but different. like a nurse's aide maybe wore one certain collar, and the charge nurse wore another certain collar. I think they done away with the caps on their head because it was harboring germ content.
They've done away with it unless it's surgery.
They wear the caps in
surgery and ICU, they still wear caps. In certain triages, depending on the status of the triage patient, they may wear a cap. It's not a matter of that they was holding viruses and stuff. There's more of it was causing sweat to drip down on the patients.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my mom's a gynecologist, so she taught me all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know when I was working, it used to be real, and people would recognize when somebody come in and they wanted to talk to somebody that was more in authority. They knew. I mean, I'm talking about patients' families. They knew to look for the woman with that cap on her head, that she's got more access to the medical records and knows more. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that, and I don't even remember where I heard this at. That cooks, those hats they wear and they go up, and I don't know if they wear them anymore or not. But
I went to culinary school. They didn't give us one.
Oh, well,
they gave us like this little beanie, like what you wear in the hospitals that you tie on the back of your head, like a skull cap.
Oh, the lady keep the sweat down.
They had like a sweatband on it and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I heard that these hats were designed the way they were. The way they were designed, they help keep the cook cool because he's over that hot stove and everything. I don't know if it's true or not, but said that they didn't bring those cooks' hats out for decoration. They brought them out because it aided in keeping the cook cooler. And of course, now they got air conditioning and everything, so they don't need them anymore. It's another change in the way we dress. Let me tell you real quick something that happened to me. If you've ever went to a restaurant or even a department store, and the employees wear they have a certain shirt on, a certain top on, and they work there. You look around, you can tell, oh, she works here because she's wearing that whatever top, and they'll assist you. Well, I was in a restaurant one day having my morning coffee, and I'm finished my coffee and I want another cup. And I swear, I think sometimes the waitress is ignoring you, but I'm holding my cup up. Like, I have a hard time getting my hand in front of this guy. I have my cup up, holding it and shaking it. And so somebody come by, who I thought was a waitress, and where I was seated at was, you had to go by my table to go to the bathroom. So a customer there who was dressed very similar to the waitresses there, she come going to the bathroom, and as she approached near my table, I took my cup and I yelled at her. I said, "Would you please get me another cup of coffee?" And she said, "Oh," she looked at me. She said, "I don't know if I'm allowed back there or not." I said, "What do you mean? You work here? Of course you're allowed back there." She said, "I don't work here." She said, "I was just going to the bathroom." I thought, "Oh, I apologize." And she actually went and got a waitress and said, "You better take that man a cup of coffee." But I thought she worked there. Haircuts. I used to get so mad when I would go to school, and the principal or teacher or somebody in authority would say, "Look, you need to get a haircut," and they threaten to expel you. I don't think that teachers have that authority now. I don't know.
They don't, but they wish.
They wish, but they, and then wearing a flower, another way we dressed. I can't remember if it was for Mother's Day or Father's Day that you'd wear a boutonniere to church, and there was white ones and red ones, and one collar if you're if it was Mother's Day, and I might have this wrong, but if it was Mother's Day, when you went to church that Sunday, you wore a boutonniere. And if your mother was still living, you wore a red boutonniere. If your mother had passed away, you wore white boutonniere. I think that's how it was. And I can remember one Mother's Day we went to church, and another kid there that was about my age, young like me. I was maybe 12, maybe 10 or 11. Uh, he had a white boutonniere on. I remember that just hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, how can he not have a mother at his young age? But it shocked me that he was wearing a white boutonniere. Um, let's see. Sorry, I'm not as prepared as I normally am. Um, I'm moving on to my childhood memories. We all have some of them, don't we? Some of them good, some of them bad. Jimbo, did you have anything else to say on clothes?
No.
Randy, anything? Childhood memories. Some of my childhood memories about clothing means I remember hand-me-down clothes. I have 5 brothers and 2 sisters, and most of them older than me. I have 1 younger brother and 1 younger sister. And of course, my sisters, she wore girls' clothes, hand-me-down clothes, and you had to do that in families. You could take a pair of pants and just keep handing them down the line. We'd all go through them. Giving away clothes that you've outgrown. I think that's a real good idea. If you know someone that can use them, give it to them. I don't mind people giving me clothes if it's something I like. Um, uh, Cut off jeans because jeans were cut off. School clothes I used to love every year, and one of my childhood memories was every year before school we went to the store. We got a couple new pair of pants and a couple shirts to wear to school, and it was an exciting time. Um, like I said, we had clothes for church. I wanted to say something else, but I can't remember what it was. I'll think of it after we finish. There was something else that I wanted to say. Oh, well. Everybody give me your phone number and I'll call you at 3 o'clock in the morning and say, now I remember what I want to say. Okay, so next week, I guess we'll do the wrap up now. Gosh, that is bugging me though, but I was going to say, hand me down clothes. I don't know. Next, wrapping up, continuing with our yesteryears and New Year's through January. Next week, we'll complete our January topic of yesteryears and New Year's. Next week, we will be talking about how things have changed over the years. Anything, I have no idea what but so much has changed. We won't be able to mention everything, but a lot's changed. Um, See you next Friday, January the 30th, 2026. Your comments are wanted and appreciated at henryburner@yahoo.com. And Randy, you going to do the closing?
Don't forget to like and subscribe and buy his book and check out my podcast.
And that's it. You know what to do now. Do it.